want to go back to the breaking news in Zimbabwe now, where the army is on the streets after protests broke out over Monday's general election. The opposition accuses the country's electoral commission of rigging polls in favour of the ruling ZANU-PF party. We're still awaiting final results from the presidential election, but in Parliament, election officials say ZANU-PF has received a 2/3 majority. Well, Columbus Mavhunga, a journalist there, joins me now from Harare. Good to have you with us. Soldiers and police and protesters clashing on the streets there in the capital. Explain for us what's going on.
Yeah, I'm in Harare here. Gunshots have just died down, I think, for the last 5 to 10 minutes. But before that, it was chaotic. People burning tires or anything. Protesters burning tires or anything that they were coming across, also blocking roads, shouting at police, and the police and the army charging at them, police firing tear gas, live bullets in air. I saw one man lying lifeless. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that he's alive. But yeah, it didn't look good. Still out there, there's still tension in the air.
And of course, the opposition claims that this election was rigged. Have they provided any evidence to support that claim?
They haven't provided anything to prove that indeed the ruling ZANU-PF party or the Zimbabwe Election Commission stole the election, as they are alleging. So they're saying the results which are being announced at the moment are from previous election, which is 2013, when they lost. They are saying they won this election, and Nelson Chamisa should be the next Zimbabwe's president.
If he's not, if President Mnangagwa is elected, he of course was Mugabe's right-hand man. What could happen? How do you see this playing out?
Well, it depends on whom you believe or whom you trust. They are saying, yes, Mugabe, under Mugabe's regime, Zimbabwe's economy and human rights record was bad. And the supporters from Mnangagwa are saying things will change, Zimbabwe's economy will be back on track again. But the opposition are saying, no, Mnangagwa was part of Mugabe's government since 1980, and there's nothing to show for it. So the economy will not improve. But anyway, whoever comes into power, we will leave it to time tell us whether indeed the Zimbabwe's economy will improve or it will remain as it is now.
All right, Columbus Mavhunga, good to have you with us. Thanks so much for that perspective. I want to stay on this story and bringing Eleni Giokos, who's tracking this story from London. And Eleni, Zimbabwe have major problems no matter who is announced president here. There are certainly a lot of challenges ahead.
Absolutely. So many challenges. And just looking at some of the images that we've been showing coming out of the capital, Harare, it's reminiscent of the drama, of the violence, of the protest action, of the discontent on the ground that we've seen during so many other elections prior to this. And this was supposed to be free, fair, transparent elections. And now the MDC, the official opposition party to the ZANU-PF, has cried foul once again. Now, I mean, just taking a look at this, we saw a little earlier a police officer beating a protester. I mean, these kind of images are not going to bode well for any kind of change down the line. How long are these protests going to go on for? Are we going to be seeing any kind of clarity on whether these are free and fair elections? Remember, these elections did take a very long time in terms of the counting structure over 3 days. It started to raise a lot of flags and discontent on the ground. And again, it just shows that the systematic problems that Zimbabwe has been facing through the years are not over and done with. It's got to do with the economy. It's got to do with the ruling ZANU-PF that has been in power for a very long time. And of course, the discontent on the ground, specifically from the opposition party.
All right, Eleni Giokos, we will continue to follow this story as we await the results of that presidential outcome. Thanks so much. Well, still to come tonight, fake Facebook accounts trying to sway American voters and possibly linked to the Kremlin. Sound familiar? We'll look at what may be Russian interference, part 2.